back, our panel of psychic detectives are trying to help the police solve cases. In January 1994, reclusive landlord John Willis Baker was found brutally murdered in his home, with few clues as to who did it or why. Joining us now are Annalyn Roddy, the victim's sister, and Detective Sergeant Martin Van Leerop of the Southgate, California Police Department. Tough loss, especially something like this. Describe your brother.
He was sometimes gruff, but overall a good man. He gave out free rents to people that couldn't afford to pay him at the time. He'd let them continue to owe him. He sent my son, which was his nephew, through college, and he helped him pay the down payment on his first home.
Good man, but
now
kept
living
to himself. And
he was a kind-hearted, good man overall, yes, sir. He was a World War II veteran, highly decorated.
And he lived a life which he was alone a lot, and that's
well,
makes
yeah,
it
he was
difficult.
a type of recluse, but he used to call us every week, and we thought that the earthquake had happened, and we didn't know at first, and then it turned out that it was brutal murder.
Wow.
And the only thing that makes me angry about it, we didn't get to say goodbye to him, we don't know what happened to him, and his killer is still out there somewhere.
Sergeant Van Leerop, tell us about the case you brought today.
Our patrol officers were flagged down while they were just on regular routine patrol. One of the neighbors was trying to get into Mr. Baker's apartment. They had been notified by the Baker family, who was unable to get in touch with Mr. Baker. So they asked us if we could check and see if he was okay, and they weren't able to get in. It's a very common request, especially from family members that are out of state. When our officers arrived, they weren't able to get in, so with the help of some of the friends that were there, they were able to force entry, and then they found Mr. Baker, and he had been the obvious victim of a homicide.
What evidence have you brought for a panel to consider?
I brought a crime scene photo. Unfortunately, it's a very graphic photo. I'd like to pass out to you, one each for you. And the second photo I have is another piece of evidence. It's a scapular medal that was also found at the scene. Also have a map of the general vicinity.
I don't get one person, I get three juveniles. The youngest one is 17, possibly 16. The next one is 19. The oldest one is 20. White males, I have the feeling that the middle one had worked for him at one time several years before, doing little odd jobs in the yard, and had developed the idea that he had a lot of money hidden in the house. And in talking about that to his one friend, the oldest of the three, is what instigated this attack. They decided to go and rob him. But he is not the kind of person that's going to take something like that. I mean, he would defend his own property strongly, and he did. And that's why I don't think they intended to kill him initially. I think they just wanted to rob him.
Does that ring a bell, Annalyn, that he would fight off an attackers who would come to him?
Yes, he would, because he always would fight off anybody, I think, that tried to harm him. And he did have a couple of good friends that were working for him that knew that he kept money at different times because they paid him that way. You know, he would pay them that way.
I get three people too, but older than that. 27 to 32, maybe 34. I think this scapular, or scapula, because I was raised in Catholic school, was like a calling card. This is like, you know how the Zodiac murder drops things or whatever? I think this was like a calling card. In other words, I did this in the name of God. This is one of this Looney Tune type of thing. I think he knew the people. I think he was aware of the people. There's a guy that's very swarthy, wears a knitted cap, wears his hair straight. Two white men, one dark, not black, but more Hispanic looking. And this is the one that was, did the deed, because there were two back and one forward. Did you ever find the murder weapon? Because it looks like a blunt steel or something that was really, I mean, solid, like a bat or steel that was used.
And no, there have been no weapons found so far.
One drove a motorcycle, another drove a pickup, the other one drove an old beat-up sedan, sheared off a right front fender.
Greta? You go.
Oh, I feel like he knew them, and I feel like he had befriended, and I feel like that there was more than one, and that Sylvia and Nancy, I think the darker does have dark skin, not black, but dark, and I feel like that one came with a friend who this fellow had helped, and that this gentleman was like, I don't know, it reminded me like he'd like to become like your uncle or your, you know, just like, you down now, honey, let me help you a little bit here, and then when you get up on your feet, then, you know.
Detective, is any of this ring a bell?
We have interviewed many subjects in this. We've had given polygraph examinations to many people, some of the people that have in fact worked for Mr. Baker in the past.
When we come back, the case of a young boy who simply vanished. Stay with us.
When the other side returns,